Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hello, Chris. Unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, good to see you. Chris, where have you been hiding?
Man, walk, and it's conflicting with the time. So
Anyway.
even now, I'm there, but I have to wear an earpiece.
We're glad to have you.
Good to see
you again. We missed you.
I've been missing these faces, so I said today, come to everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because anyway, my like Christmas, yeah, or
yes, so cheers.
Good to see all of you. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Onyem, how are you?
We're starting now.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Meet the hosts, Oche, Ajaifia, former Mwama, but with you, Winifred Ibuanigo, and Joma Mwapa.
All right, Mama, can I ask Chris something before you start, if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris, I sent you the invite, and you said and you asked me if the show was still on. Did you get the first one I sent? Because a lot of people are not getting it. Last week I had an issue. People said they didn't get my my invite.
I didn't get the invite on WhatsApp.
Wow.
But I think I saw something like that on Facebook.
I sent it to you twice on WhatsApp, and you didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it. That was why I requested for it.
Yeah, oh wow, okay, thank you, because I wanted to I know something is wrong, because last week people said they didn't get it, and today too I sent it and you said, and you asked that. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so I'll try to figure it out.
Okay.
I think Mama had the same issue.
Yeah, I think you guys should get rid of your former broadcast list and start a fresh one.
Thank you.
Oh wow. That's 500 people. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right. Thanks.
Okay, guys.
Mama, take it away.
Okay. Welcome everyone to today's show. And bear with me.
Oh, you want me to start?
I got you. Why?
Exactly. I'm getting too old for myself now.
Do you want me to start?
Yes, you can, my dear. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks everyone for today's show. I'm sorry about the our messaging app problem. We have I don't know what it is, but we send out broadcasts and people can't get it. So hopefully by next week we're gonna fix it. The topic for today is the pressures of December. It's Christmas, time off work, gifts to give and receive, eating and drinking as much as you like, seeing friends, family, loved ones, the atmosphere of goodwill and cheer. What's not to like? Quite a lot, actually. Christmas is often a source of great stress for many. At least one study suggests that it can literally give you a heart attack. Yes, it does, especially when you're a parent. Obviously, many people have good reason to not like Christmas, be it estrangement, loss of their own family or friends, trauma experienced during the festive period, with all the context cues constantly bringing the unpleasant memories flooding back, and so on. But if you look at the modern manifestation of Christmas, it turns out there are a surprising number of elements that can and probably do lead you to not like Christmas. Of all the things he said, do in remembrance of me. Christmas wasn't one of them. Take life easy and don't stress yourself. Don't envy anyone. Thanks and compliments of the season. Mama, take it away.
Okay. Why? I'm just confused now.
The 3 commandments of Christmas.
All right, thank you very much. 1, if you can't afford new clothes, wear the ones you already have. It's Jesus's birthday and not yours. You mustn't dress out as the celebrant. You mustn't outdress the celebrant. 2, if you can't afford the kind of food you want, eat what you have. It's Jesus's birthday. Oh, eat what you have. I'm so sorry. The Christmas is.
Are you okay?
I'm affected, sorry. If you can't afford the kind of food you want, eat what you have and move on. If you don't tell people what you ate, no one knows. Bella no get show glass.
Yes, so
3, if you don't have the means to travel, stay where you are. Alawotu. Jesus wasn't born in your village after all. And your village isn't the appointed place for his birthday celebration either. Any villager who is desperately bent on seeing you should come look for you where you are. Of all the things he said, do in remembrance of me, Christmas wasn't one of them.
Go ahead, that's fine.
Take life easy and don't stress yourself. Don't envy anyone.
All right.
Compliments of the season to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Mama. I hope it's not even the celebrations haven't started yet, but Mama is already drunk.
Is
I don't know what's going on.
December pressures.
It's a pressure. That's why we're talking about it.
My goodness. Mama,
They are
please don't have
pressuring
a
Mama with
hangover yet.
CPR. Mama needs CPR to resuscitate.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Onyem, Chris, are you still there?
I can see him.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, before work takes you, can I ask you my very first question, please?
Okay.
Why do people want to impress others during this holiday period?
Why do people? Good question. It's human nature.
Okay.
It's just human nature. Some people fall into, if I may say, peer pressure or group pressure. They want to do because others are doing. And for some reason, Christmas is one time in a year that brings out or pushes to bring out the best in all of us. We try to showcase what we have been doing all year round. So sometimes we all, even you, me, everybody, we all fall into that pressure without knowing. So it gets bad depending on the level. If you go overly out of your way, we make some new clothes. Either we want to attend to a wedding or occasions. Most of the occasions are on that day. And in the intro, I was saying food. But let no know what you chop. It's not necessarily about the food because that day people don't eat much. It's about all the accessories, getting new clothes because I have to. In this wedding, all my friends are going to come. So I won't wear the dress that I wore in November for another wedding, even if it looks very fantastic and all those things. You know, I need to get a new one. And then people are wedding or doing any occasion. They now Ashobi is the order of the day because they want to make their grand. If you don't do it, to look as if your own is, stuff like that. So if you're able to resist that urge to outdo yourself, then things will be here. But unfortunately, not very many of us can do that. So we always want to outdo ourselves or do something in terms of calling that we're celebrating. So it's like people like us.
Yeah, and it's a double celebration for you. Do you guys know that Chris was born on Christmas Day?
Oh,
that's why he's Chris.
We'll celebrate you specially on the 26th, so don't worry.
That's okay.
And happy birthday in advance. So me and you were 10 days apart.
Oh, okay, you are December, okay.
No, we're seven days
19th.
apart. 7 days apart and 19.
He's 19.
19, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll celebrate together, that's fine. So it's just something and we can't help it. It's everywhere around the world, not only in Nigeria. You see the Thanksgiving, everybody will cook. You guys saw my Thanksgiving day. Most of those things are still in the fridge. So it's just part of
part of it all.
Yes.
Okay. AJ, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to say I understand this pressure very, very well. I come from Uguta, right? My village is like a campus. Everybody knows Uguta is a small town that everybody knows everybody, and everybody from Uguta wants to marry from Uguta. So coming from Nigeria, Ugut, like by October, November, we know all the dates of the traditional marriages. We know who are opening their houses. We have list of everything. We know people who are doing Obuagu, Obuefi ceremony. Like we talk about it. It's like we have a WhatsApp, but then there was no WhatsApp. It's like everybody knows what's going to happen on the 19th to the 2nd of December. We have yearly picnics. So for us, girls and boys growing up who are from Uguta, you end up, we have the pressure of, buying something to go to Ngozi's traditional marriage, buying an outfit for Ifeoma's Obuefi ceremony, buying something for Ojugo's house one. You know what I mean? Because we have then the picnic, we have to go to Okreka and buy the bomb shots and the boots, because Uguta is like that. Uguta is like a campus. So I understand the pressure, and you end up going to Taylor, but the good thing is that growing up then, we go to Okreka to buy the English ones, then we'll go to the fabric store in like Aba now, like I grew up in Aba, like School Road, School Road, and get cheap fabrics, take to your tailors to make and everything. So you have, for us coming from Uguta, we have different things and at times you have 2 occasions every day. You have to, and we do our traditional marriages at night. So whatever you do, wherever you go in the morning, at night you have to go and change and go for the traditional marriages. Do you understand? Coming to America,
this one you're talking about is. This one you're talking about is even when you were grown up. I remember in our primary 4, you didn't let me hear because your Christmas dress was going to be Cinderella.
Of course, now every year, every year, my mom telling me of that. Yeah,
you kept going on and on and on about it. Oh, have I seen this dress? It is like this. It is every day in school.
No, I'll give my mom that. I can give my mom that. She made me 2 or 3, at least 2 beautiful outfits every year, and that one I'm sure of. And then my neighbor's mother used to go their mom used to come to America every year. She'll come and she'll buy this things, and so that one I didn't have. Then growing up in America, then coming to America, having kids, oh my God, the whole different, that one is the most expensive, because the kids, you have to buy them the toys that are in vogue that season, depending on their age and everything. So thank God my kids they're all grown now. They don't have I don't have to, because buying toys, you will be looking online, So I perfectly understand the pressure, because by after Thanksgiving, like Chris says, Christmas decorations are up, which we didn't have. Like, we weren't part of the Christmas decoration. My parents didn't decorate. My grandparents used to, but my parents, my mother never decorated houses. So decoration wasn't a big deal. But coming here, you see after Thanksgiving, which is November 25th, trees, you see houses all lit up and everything. Everybody buying everything, people talking about it. So you have to, like Chris says, you have to go into it without even knowing what you're doing, that you're adding pressure. So thank God for me, my kids are grown. So I gave them $100 budget this year. That's it. I'm not spending more than that for each person. So
for me, Oche, adding to it, it's the opposite. I come from a home where yes, there's no pressure. We do Christmas dress.
I'm surprised for an Anambra person.
Yeah. Oh no, we're Anambra people, but they're like the calm Anambra behavior people. Yeah. Regular unit school. What is it called? The Christmas dress, special dress to wear, and there. Okay, for in Orifte, every season, every celebration has 4 days to go with it. So Christmas runs from 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. That's when the masquerade comes out in the square for these 4 days, and it does the same for New Year, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So that we're aware of, and you have things, and from whatever we've packed to take back to the village for Christmas season. Obviously, you have to change. Children coming from the city, and then you can't afford to repeat because everywhere is dusty and all whatnot. But that pressure of presents, then coming to England, well, because of my own upbringing and my personality anyway, I don't make a fuss over those things. And I would say coincidentally, my kids don't kick a fuss on things. When you ask them what they want, they come up with something very, very
lucky.
Yeah, that is
Immaterial.
Material, yeah. Came and asked my daughter what she wants for Christmas. She wants a phone case or an earbud.
Because she has, that's what I'm saying. Now they have everything. So it's very easy now. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Then Christmas decorations, yes, I do. And we do it together.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, so, and I try not to be drawn into that pressures of December. So even if I wanted to do it, but remembering that it's making everybody go mad, I'll take a step back, yeah.
So I have a question for you. For your in your village, you guys didn't have like things to go to apart from the mound. That's the only thing you guys doing during the Christmas celebration.
If families are celebrating in one quarter, things like that. And again, don't forget that majority of the time when we travel to Orifte, we were young. We're still under our parents. So if my parents are not going for the one, what am I going to do?
Are you serious?
Yeah, Ibanku wasn't a child.
Uguta is different
for us. Yeah,
Uguta is like a college campus. The same thing.
I've been to Uguta. Uguta is just
Uguta is, Uguta is different. Yeah,
possibly there could be other young people that did that. Yeah. But in our circle, we weren't doing that. So our cousins who are familiar with the grounds would take us to go and watch the masquerade, or go and visit an uncle in another village, or go to my mom's side. And yeah, but it was a controlled movement. It was
Uguta, we came back home 6 a.m. from parties, 5 a.m. from parties. I remember one night when my cousin went out, and we didn't know my brothers didn't go for that party. We went there, didn't see my brothers. So when we came back, my dad already locked the gates, and normally we climb the fence, and we didn't know my dad locked the whole house. So we got into trouble, but that's it's
the different side to it is when we were teenagers after secondary school. Because the way we were born and the way we grew up, a whole set of about 5 people were out of secondary school within the same time and union together. So if I'd spent the Christmas holiday in Aba, Daddy allows us to have a party with our friends.
Okay.
Never spent Christmas.
They'll go away and
use
the living room downstairs.
I was going to come to that. Because I noticed that it's not even about the dress. Like I had neighbors who, if any year they weren't able to travel, the whole house would be miserable.
Travel to the village.
And yes, they were Mbano people. And their dad was working with Portland paints or something. So there were times that a few times though, this man would struggle, even if it was on the 24th, with all that traffic. Yes. And then it is when they come back in January, they'll be telling us, you won't even believe it, we go home like 2 a.m. I'm like, what? Why go through that stress? Because the traffic is horrible, but people don't mind. The moment the money comes in, you are heading home. And
my father, we used to welcome people coming back from the village. My father, by 16, my father will take up once you finish exam. My father doesn't wait for results. My father is taking us from our back to Uguta. We are there, and people are coming back 24th, and we'll be like, welcome. My father loves Uguta.
All right, so I'll go to the second question. How do you deal with the depression of not meeting up? Flawless, are you there? Oh, Flawless just came in and left us to our devices.
No, I'm here. I was just saying.
Okay.
As a teenager, then it was very depressing. We grew up in Aba, and I lived in Obo Hill then. Me when I go, me like village. I got seen not get out for village, So if we don't travel that year, it's like, and all the way from Aba to Delta, it's kind of it can be very, very chaotic, So if we don't travel that year, everybody will travel. Of course, yes, also.
That is working.
So how did you deal with it?
It was on duty. I was very at a point I had to start going with my aunties who were married in Owerri. just to escape, escape that, people telling
So,
you.
so you
did
dealt
go
with
to
it
the
nicely. At least you devised a way.
I had to. I had no other choice. My ass no change that bench because it was.
Flawless made a very good point. Yeah, people used to, if you guys don't go to village that time, they'll say you guys don't have a house. It's true. Yeah, people used to judge people like that.
And the problem, those who traveled, when they come back in January, they start borrowing money to pay their children's school fees. They use all their savings, they travel to the village, but when they come back in January, they start struggling.
I
It
know.
happened.
It's true.
So that means you knew a few of your primary school students that didn't return to school on time because they went to the village.
Oh my goodness. Mr. King, are you there? King Egwu. Oh, okay. Doing.
I'm here.
Oh, Mr. King, you're there. Okay, I wanted
I'm
to
here,
ask
but
how
I'm in
you-
transit. I'm in transit,
Oh,
so that's why I'm listening
okay.
only. Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
okay. I wanted to find out how you deal with the depression of not meeting up when it's December.
The depression of not meeting up. I've never found myself in that situation, to be precise.
Okay. Even as a younger person.
No. I've never been a Christmas person. I've never been that person that is looking forward to buying clothes, gifts, and all those things. I just work within my budget. Yeah, I just work within my budget, and that's it. Honestly, I've never had to deal with that, to be candid. The only time I almost had to deal with that, I decided not to travel, not to go anywhere, and just stay home, and that worked for me.
So that was
if they don't see you, nobody would size you up.
Well, they try to, but I'm a very persistent person. You could call me pig-headed if you want, but once I make up my mind, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so Ataibo said depression over the birthday of Jesus to fear. Which means
I believe that after this year, there's another birthday for him to celebrate. So I shouldn't kill myself over this one.
Thank you.
You know that with everything that COVID did this year, I didn't even believe that by this time people would have the mouth to talk about, festivities. But you need to see the number of people that have come in from all over the world already.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, my friend traveled 2 days ago. He said his flight was full from Canada to Nigeria. Full. Yeah.
Oh yeah. A classmate of mine came in last week Thursday as well, and I was asking him. I said, "How was it? It must have been a very vacant." He said, "No, it was quite full."
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I was thinking that this year nobody would bother to come this way.
No.
People would decide, but I mean, the heat is on. The heat is on indeed. So Ataibo, you have something to say?
I don't stress over anything, Christmas is the day Jesus was born. So what's my own inside? I don't understand. What is my own inside? We eat rice every day. So why is special rice that day? If you have time for Christmas tree, if we don't have to, I never went to my village. So I don't understand. It's a lot of ceremony for people. It's nothing to me. It's the day Jesus was born. And,
the thing is, I have a feeling, for me, I have a feeling that it's not just about that Christmas day. It's all encompassing. It's a question of the month of December, okay? Most people want to show you that, okay, throughout the year, I was working and this is what I have to show for it. Then some people choose that period to have their weddings because they feel that is when most of the family members will be able to take time off work. It's different things for different reasons.
Yeah.
That's what I realized. A lot of people would work for the whole year. Okay. You want to say something, IJ?
Yes. What you said, you hit it bam on the head. Like for us, Uguta, that's when everybody, like me, it's hard for me to travel to Nigeria if it's not Christmas period. It has to be a special occasion for me because everybody, for us, we all come back Uguta. That's when we do 99% of Uguta people do their weddings in Uguta. Their traditional marriages in Uguta. Any occasion you want to do, even if it's birthday parties, we want to do it in Uguta and everything. And that is when all these parties we go to, that is when guys see girls to, to chase and to marry, and girls want to impress, because for us to marry Uguta is a big deal for us. Like most Uguta people want to, 99.9% of us want to marry Uguta. So that is when you have your suitors, or, you look at people, you want, the guys are looking at the girls and everything. So it's a lot. And like you told Ataibo, it's about communal life. It's about the community. It's about when you see people from all over. Because if I come back February, for me, somebody like me, if I come back February, I'll probably see Forma and go. You know what I mean? I'll choose people to see. Yeah, but if I go back during Christmas time, you end up seeing everybody, people you haven't seen and everything. So it's about community. I remember when we were growing up as a little girl, we used to go from this uncle's house to this auntie's house just to eat rice, and they give us 5 naira, and they give you Christmas money and everything. So, but as a grown-up, it's not like that. Like for me, it's not even, for me here in America, it's not about clothes, because we don't even buy clothes. It's Christmas. Mainly for the kids here. It's mainly for the kids here. But talking about depression, my first Christmas in America was so depressed. I saw all these trees from Thanksgiving. I came in October. So November was, Thanksgiving. Trees, Christmas Day, nothing. Everybody was like, everywhere was quiet as a pin. No mound, no nothing. I was like, what? You know what I mean? I was so depressed. So for me, luckily for me, the next 2 years, phone came out. So my friend, my bestie, engineer she would call me from traditional marriages and telling me, oh, I'm with Ifoma, I'm with Ojug, and you know what I mean? And I'll talk to people. So now we do video calls. Yeah, now she'll be in traditional marriages in Uguta, and she'll video call me, and I'll be hailing everybody. But my first 2 years in America was hard. It was depressing. I won't lie.
I remember when, like you said, I don't even think the Oyibos who brought the Christianity about Christmas, because I remember my first 2 years in Paris. We didn't even open the door. Nothing was happening outside. I was asking outside. I said, is it the snow?
It is so. Nothing else.
What?
Nothing. So depressing.
And then the very first year, my husband had to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I said, they don't have Boxing Day. He said, Boxing Day is for you people in Nigeria.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
The only day he had off was just that Christmas Day. The next day he went to work, and life goes on.
Of course.
So at times like that, you find out that it's all about the mind, actually.
It's about the mind. And again, the majority of the people has made it. It's a man-made thing now. And it's gone on for too long, and it's looking like a norm, unless people decide to exclude themselves from that pressure. That's why that's the essence of this show, that December pressure. Even though
if I'm a mama, it's different for you because you have a family. You have family in England. So it's like you have your whole new family. So you guys can gather at any time. You guys can. Christmas Day, you can all go to mommy's house. You can go to auntie. You have aunties. You have everything. You have everything around you, 20 minutes away from you. So I'm sure you never felt that depression from being outside.
I agree with you. You
probably miss your daddy that was back home, but you have family.
No, I understand what you're saying. We've got the number. No, what I'm trying to say is just that basic pressure of everything happening at the end of the year. When we go to work, we know the financial year goes from March to April to March, but the human year, financial year, is January to December. That end point. Let's go back. Let's put things there. Most end of the year, I'm in Nigeria.
I know.
It's very expensive. I don't like it. Somehow, it could be the family commitments that made me plan it towards that time. Left for me alone, I'd rather travel when it's quiet.
Oh, I don't want that.
Who do I want to see? I'll call them, I'll do video call. It's unnecessarily expensive. A flight of 500 pounds.
Yeah.
On a good day, it's costing you 1,500 or 1,800. The same flight. So that's the pressure I'm trying to exclude myself from. when I do it grudgingly, and
Yes.
I rather
I
not do
get
it if
you.
I can. Yeah.
So let me ask, we're talking about pressures of Christmas. There are
Pressures of December. Pressures of December.
It's the same Christmas and December. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But have you talked about pressures of summer? Summer prices go up.
Yeah.
Because people want to go on vacation. So that's the circle of life.
Yes.
In everything you have pressure. Like they said initially earlier, Christmas is when people schedule things around. Nobody does wedding during winter.
It's true.
So after
there's no winter in Nigeria, Chris. There's no winter in Nigeria.
We're talking generally. I'm using here now because I've been here for, a good number of years that I can relate, make all my examples here. But I know how it is in Nigeria. Nigeria is there. It was very depressing if you don't. For me, I don't care. I don't pay much attention about. I don't like shopping. I don't like, so if you like shopping, all those pleasures, no, I shop after because I get ready to go back to school. So that's when I prepare, but I don't prepare for Christmas. It's just anywhere there is drink, that's my Christmas. So I don't care about, so the pressures are, you have Same, December, you have, here we have Thanksgiving pressure is more than December, than Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas here, their pressure is different because it's about shopping. They shop up until the 24th night. Then they open the present in the night or in the morning and that's it. They stay home, watch football, watch basketball because it's always white Christmas. So there's no much activities outside.
So boring.
So from spring, you start having weddings, you start having events, and summer people go crazy and things, so. And then in the Western world, when you have more people going, they tend to give a discount, unlike in Nigeria or in Africa, when people are rushing when you have more people coming for the item, the prices go high.
Higher, exactly.
So we tend to get things, cheaper here, discounts, a lot of sales, because after the 25th, any Christmas stuff you don't sell is going back to warehousing, and it costs them a lot of money. To put it back, and next year something, a different design, a different thing will come up. So they try as much as possible, to make sure that they get rid of the ones they can get rid of by giving discounts and all these promotions. So there's always some sort of pressure. If you have a wedding, if I'm wedding in December, Ifeoma, you're gonna come.
Of course.
And that's a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's pressure.
Because I put it in Christmas when I can get attendance. So if we say, oh, I don't fall into pressure, the pressure will come to you. Maybe not in terms of wearing your Christmas clothes to go, but if you have a wedding, if you have an event, if you have anything is happening in Christmas and you have to honor your friends by oblige them by attending their events. So those are pressures.
Well,
and it's normal. It's only when it gets out of hand, but it's normal.
You're even mentioning the joyful ones. If your family member decides to die in December, you'll be under pressure and you'll go and bury the person.
Exactly.
No, they move it. They don't do funerals in my place in December.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. No funerals.
Yeah.
In other places, they do.
They do it after Christmas.
Most is before, after. But what I wanted
like 28, 29.
28, yeah. What
I
wanted to ask, why is it that why is it that we Easterners, we always very, when it comes to Christmas, it's just like, it's a big thing. But the Northerners are not like that. Like, take for example.
Because they're Muslims. They're Muslims.
Well, some young girls.
Because they don't believe they're Jesus.
They have their ideal. They have their ideal portray and ideal, and which that is even worse because they close down parastatals. They close down offices for like two.
Trust me, they do. They do. Yeah. So much. Yeah. I have most of my colleagues who are already telling me that they are leaving, they are traveling, that whatever we're doing, we should round up. So
and
they do surprisingly.
What? Yeah. Do you know the good beauty of the Northerners and their celebration? When they celebrate, things that they produce, the likes of tomatoes and all, they bring the prices down.
To ensure
that everybody is able to eat.
Yeah.
But we will put our prices on the sky. God help us.
Yeah, you need to hike it. You need to hike it now to meet up with the pressure.
I tell you, Ashebi.
Man, it's very rampant in young girls. You see them brushing themselves up, doing everything possible to look beautiful. When you ask them, they say, "Oh, we they wait for those men where they come from abroad." And I've seen someone where she traveled to the village. She traveled every year. Each year she came back. When she was having an argument with her other friend, she said, "After all, you've been traveling every year. Still, you come back without a suit." You know, it can be depressing for young unmarried women. Yes. You know, who travel every year just for the sake of getting a man from overseas. So that is another depression.
Not really overseas, just getting husband, period.
Some now, you know, when you're in university, you've done your master's, you'll be aiming higher. You know, so this is one of the trend now.
IJ, from Facebook, we've got Millicent. Millicent, I guess she's from Uguta. Millicent,
yeah, she's my cousin.
Yeah, she said our December is the key for us.
Yes, Uguta, yeah.
We look forward to seeing all our friends and families. AJ, so true. Iba Xmas love the cash.
Yes.
We got and shared according to the age. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. You go to someone, they give you 20 naira. And maybe there are 10 children. Everybody will go and share.
Then you go to the bread seller next door. See Mama Biko and try to for 1 naira. You split it up. Yeah. It was fun. It was.
Let me say something about this one more thing about the pressure. Because when I say everybody falls to pressure, the pressure that I personally don't like, or the one that I think is bad, is everybody rushing now to get this bone straight wig.
Oh my Christmas. God. Chris, don't hate.
That is.
Stop hating.
That one is, if you can afford it, use what you have.
Use attachment.
Like I have my natural hair.
No, honestly, because last December I don't know what you wear, but now it's bone straight. What is it going to be next year?
What's bone straight?
Chinese hair. That's what I
Chris, you know I'm very backward. I don't know.
It took me 2 minutes. It took me 2 minutes to get it. So, just the straight. I'm like, it's Chinese hair.
That pressure, that one is uncalled for. Nobody should
because
fall.
Men don't care about hair.
Pressure. That's the bad pressure of Christmas, you know, going home, traveling, you can understand that, but everybody doing whatever it takes to get bone, to wear this bone, I don't even know, bone straight or whatever, that's ridiculous, honestly.
I think, Chris, ridiculous. Yeah, I know you guys don't care about what we wear, the bra, the panties, the hair and everything, but, you know, it's a pressure for girls.
Panties,
it's a pressure for girls.
Did you hear? He said he cares about the bra and panties.
Okay, I saw a video that said men don't care about that. Anyway, about like it's pressure for women to find husband, especially when you're like 26, 27, you know what I mean? Because you guys, once we turn 30, you guys look at us as okay, why?
Old cargoes.
Cargo wine.
Okay, and Ataibo said in response to you, Chris, she said, Chris, this wig might get a certain kind of attention. Exactly.
Yes. You guys are so visual. You guys are so, you know, little things.
So you need to see the packaging.
Look, I am speaking for myself, and I might be speaking for a majority of people.
Few other people.
Majority of men. I know from listening to King moments ago, he might be in the same category. I might be speaking for him. Look, the way I like to process when I was in the world, the way I like to process is, what do I get when we wake up in the morning? When you take off those bone straight, bone whatever, you look good outside, but when you come back home, if I'm taking you for keeps, what do I see? That's all. I don't have any problem with them. But if you take it to bring me to the house, then what next? At some point, it's going to come up. So if you are taking it to weak us and all those, that's fine for people who fall for that. You know, I rather fall for nice, you know, set of Victoria's Secret than, you know, bone straight.
But it's the hair. The hair will attract you first before you go see the Victoria's Secret.
No,
a woman will not be walking around with 32B and a medium panties.
You
have to see the hair will attract you. When she flicks her hair, you'll be like, wow. Then you follow her.
I got it wrong.
Can we take a break? Can we take a break and we'll come back?
Go ahead,
please?
Mama.
Oche, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Okay.
Welcome to 280 Degrees African Restaurant and Bar.
You may have to book a place for your Christmas parties, yeah?
Our well-trained and polite staff are at the ready to serve your favorite alcoholic beverages and cocktails. Music is supplied by the finest DJs in London, and security is tight but polite. Our opening times are Sundays to Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 3 a.m. We are centrally located at number 280 Kilburn High Street, London, NW6 2BY. For phone bookings and takeaway orders, please call 0207 328 8832. 280 Degrees, where the noble class hang out.
That's it. Oche.
Okay. So we were already, I don't know whether I'm surrounded by old cargoes, because my next question is about how you handle the kids. Everybody keeps saying, oh, my children are no longer at that stage, my children, but I'll still ask my question anyways. So how do you deal with kids and their expectations in December?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Like I said earlier, when they were little, there was so much pressure, especially from age 10 to 14, when they ask for these phones and, you know, these big PlayStations and stuff like that. When they are little, you choose things for them. But when they start, but now they have almost everything. So it's a little bit expensive now because they'll ask for expensive sneakers or expensive joggers or whatever. But like I said, this year, I just told everybody $100 each person. That's it.
That's a
their
lot
bills are like
okay.
Their bills are like 104, 110, 120, but that's fine. But because one person can ask you for a sneakers that is like 150 plus something else, you know what I mean? So by
like the one that was released yesterday.
Yeah,
What
they do
brand is
that, and parents are always online trying to get it.
Nike.
So yeah, yeah. For me, this year I said 100. I said I don't have money. $100 each person. That's it.
So it's all about budget.
Yeah,
right?
for me, like this year,
Okay.
because they have everything. What else are you going to buy? They have everything. Just you know, some people just give money. If you want something else, add it to yourself and buy it. Yeah.
So Chizo, Mama, before you talk, let me ask Chizo. Chizo, are you on duty or you're with us?
I'm with you.
Oh, good. Where's my boss? Where's bosses?
Your bosses is strapped to my
to me.
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything offensive, but that's fine.
We understand.
That's why I asked if you were on duty. So how do you handle
I thought
the
you
kids?
meant work duty. No. Oh,
no,
sorry.
No. I'm talking about
booby duty.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, what we try to do is because my husband and I, both of us are doctors. The expectation is that they would. Yeah, we met in med school. That's a long story. The expectation is that they should be grateful that none of us are working on Christmas Day. Yeah, so they don't really ask for much. Once I have the Christmas tree up, sometimes I even prompt them to give me their Christmas list because everybody is doing it, not because it's something we do. They just write something like coloring pencil, like my daughter wrote coloring pencil, elf on the shelf. That's what she wants. She doesn't want anything else.
That's the best age when they're little. They don't want anything.
Well,
wait till they want the iPhone 20 or iPhone 20.
iPhone 40.
No, my boy is about 12. He doesn't want, and he just said, I've got my phone, it's working. When he breaks off, then I can tell you to get me another one. I think we've taught them about budgeting, about how money goes and how you make money and how it should work. And how not to ask for something when you already have something. So that's I suppose because you're here by yourself back home, if your parents don't teach you, sorry, I keep saying mom because I grew up with my mom, but I'm just gonna generalize. Fine. Yeah, if your parents don't teach you, an auntie will teach you, an uncle will teach you. But here, you have to be the one teaching your children, because if you don't, they will have to learn the wrong thing from someone. So that's what we try to tell them about. Only ask for what you need, really. And we talk about for next year, what my plan is to take them to. We are planning to take them to Salvation Army this year. No, Salvation, so that they can see that people are starving.
to donate.
And maybe they can, yes. But
They will
because of
appreciate.
COVID, we can't do it this year. So it has to be next year.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay. So from Flawless, from the chat room, she said, my 14-year-old still believes Santa drops them. Oh, okay.
No, I never told my kids. My kids don't, you know.
He's innocent.
Even this year, sorry there. Go ahead.
Okay. Ataiba's suggestions, she said, give them a limit, encourage them to buy stuff on Boxing Day when everything is half price. Then Flawless said they write a list to Santa in November and get me to post. I always tell them Santa will not get anything more than £100. Yeah. So that's her tactics. So it still boils down to budget.
This is the first time I mentioned Santa to my kids because I told them when Santa comes on the 25th, he's going to be quarantined. And so your gifts are coming January. Hello, because it takes two years to quarantine. But I never did the Santa thing with my kids though.
Okay.
Mom, I think you've been trying to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I'm under pressure. It's December. Flawless, I want to talk about leaving a 14-year-old to still believe that Santa story. He needs to come and see me.
I have to run out of the house.
Please, I don't want that. I don't want that in believing at 16 that Santa still drops from heaven.
It's only the big one that doesn't, but Paul still believes that he exists. I never use it on my because when we go for midnight mass, I get the neighbors to put this thing under the Christmas tree. So when they come back, you know, they've even going to start Googling on there's this tracker, Santa tracker. So he tries to believe, he tries not to, he tries to, he don't. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's innocent. Yeah. So my 5-year-old wanted something from the TV. Anytime that advert comes up, mommy, buy that one. Mommy, buy this one. Mommy, buy the other one.
Different things or same thing?
Different things. So meaning that he doesn't have a clue, he doesn't know what he wants. But I got him something that I found very interesting. You know, this football tables.
Yeah.
Soccer table. Yeah. I found one that is 4-in-1.
Yeah. I got it for my kid. I like it. Yeah.
And it's got the snooker.
It has the air hockey, the snooker. So yeah, my kids had it too. Yeah.
So it's high.
I love it. Yeah.
Yesterday, so I hit it somewhere.
You'll love it. He will love it.
Like I think I love it myself.
He will love it. Yeah.
Knowing that, you could swap and do different activities on one table.
Yeah, I love the air hockey one. The poker one. That's good.
Okay. So,
Oche, can I say something before you proceed? Something that shook me last year. I've got my son who is 14. When he was in London, he would say things around gadgets or shoes and I want this, I want that, phone case, this, that. So after his first year in Nigeria in a boarding school, and I was meant to go and see him that Christmas. I called him and said, what do you want for Christmas?
Nothing.
He wanted a set of books, Tom whatever books. I could not believe it. I said,
Tom Clancy? Tom Clancy?
Not Tom Clancy. I can't remember. It's a series.
As long as it's not Harry Potter.
There wasn't Harry Potter. I could not wait. He said it. I went on Amazon. I wanted to go to Amazon and I saw it in Costco.
Yeah.
But that was the first I went into my suitcase and I took to Nigeria.
That's good.
I could not believe in myself. You want to read a book rather than talk about gadgets.
Wow. Oh, he never read in England? He never was?
He was not as much as, it wasn't this badly. This is what I wanted, mommy. So after read, I told him to pass it on, give it to your friends because he wanted me to bring it back to London. I said, no, I don't have to. Give it away to some other family that needs it. Yeah.
Growing up, my kids, we bought them books every Sunday. Every Sunday, we take them to Barnes and Noble. They get books and everything. So, reading was normal for my kids. Yeah.
All right. The next question is, how do you guys deal with family arguments and in-laws? Because when everybody converges like that, I'm sure tempers would flare. And toes will be stepped on, and of course opinion would differ and stuff and preferences, and then those who have their favorite cousins would go and camp together, and then somebody would now become the Lone Ranger. So
I'll tell you what makes it look bad.
You should be able to handle that because you are used to communal living.
Yes, I do. But again, I'll tell you where it looks ugly. because I visit, they see me as visiting because I'm coming from abroad, so visiting. So people are quite happy for me to want to put me in the agenda if I don't have one. Oh, if you come, can you join us and go there? We're going here? But there are people, if you haven't traveled down to the village without your car, or if you didn't travel down with your car, you find out that some people might decide to have an agenda with their own car, and you don't have a car, so you're not going anywhere. So it makes it boring for you if you don't have anybody to tag along with. That one. And if you come in a family where there are so many wives, there's that cold war. Nobody will talk about it. Maybe where they believe that everybody should cook in one pot and from one kitchen. What they're preparing, maybe your child, it's not what your child will eat. And you see this other auntie telling everybody, come, everybody must eat, You're trying to hold yourself, not to tell them my son doesn't or my child doesn't eat this. But again, and at the same time, you want to fit in, let it not be that I'm making my child the golden boy or golden girl. Let everybody work together. And if you have kids who are funny, every little thing, they will cry, they will want to play with others. I've seen all of these things, I'm telling you.
Are you serious? I can't deal.
With so many grandchildren around.
Just narrating it, I'm already having a headache.
Yeah. People that will not want to share their toys. People, oh Lord God. So it's just diplomacy. That's the key word when you're with people. And you keep counting your days. We're going to be here for 2 weeks. Calm down. We'll go back to where we're coming from.
I know. I mean,
me personally, I gel with everybody. It's not a problem for me.
I haven't experienced that both in my own place, and I've been married for 20 years. I've never had a cause to be with, my in-laws, all of them at the same time, apart from when I lost my mother-in-law, and of course it was a sober occasion, so everybody respected themselves. My husband and I stayed in the hotel till the burial morning, and we went. So I haven't had the way you explained it. Now I'm just thinking about it, that people want to have the same meal, and maybe each wife wants to.
Yeah, I have friends who complain. I have friends who complain that they'll even call meeting for them.
Wow.
And tell them that they haven't been acting like a good wife, like they've been counting, wow.
But I don't like you. It works well. It's nice. Yeah. It's I don't have. It's just like sisters together.
I don't have that experience because my husband, there are 4 of them, and they're all here in the States. And 3 sisters, they're all married outside Uguta. So whenever I go, I stay in my parents' house. So I see his people too, because they're all Uguta is like a small town, but I stay in my parents' house. So I never had to deal with that. But like I said, I have friends who come and tell me that, their in-laws called meeting for them, and they told them that they're wearing this, instead of wearing this, they're supposed to wear that, they're supposed to cook this, you know what I mean? So like,
are you kidding?
Especially when everybody like comes back to the village and they're all living in the same house. But when your husbands have different houses, it's kind of different, you know what I mean? You all just go visit people and come back.
Okay, let me tell you where it works beautifully is if all of you get on, the wives, let me say, and sister-in-laws. My last experience when I traveled this last time, we had occasions to attend, and we all dressed alike. And imagine a mother-in-law sitting he has 7 boys, 5 out of 7 is married. So with those daughter-in-laws and showing off, and you see the men, wife, and all that. And me being the Isiwai. Then I can sit down, and the other ones will agree. What are they cooking today? Put it that way. Let's do that. But somebody will always be there. Like I said, when people are in good terms, you don't even feel it. It's as if you have your sisters around you. And I've always been that kind of person that's lived with so many people from my parents.
That's why I say you're used to communal life. So
Too much. Disciples. I'm one of the disciples of
Christ. If I'm asking why, do they get permission from you before they decide on like Ashebi or something? Do you have to?
We discuss, yeah. Everybody, we discuss.
Apparently, we should have more respect for you.
They try. They do.
So
They
no,
do
I
have
mean,
respect. Let me not lie in case one of them is watching.
No, I'm like Issy White too because my husband is the youngest, but I was the first one to get married in Uguta. So I'm like, I'm the only wife, the only
of course
wife left, only one left. Yeah, so
okay.
So
anyway,
it's me, myself, and I.
I don't have in-law issues, and my growing up too, my parents weren't used to going to the village. For example, I haven't been to my village in the past 20 years. Since the day I got
that's
married,
an abomination.
I have never. Yeah, no, I haven't. In fact, the day I got
that's an
married,
abomination. You have to get chicken with chicken that menstruates. If I'm a what else? You have to appease the gods. If I'm a talk, snail shell. You have to appease the gods. What nonsense? 20 years.
I'm telling you.
That's abomination.
maybe because my parents are not there, so nothing should take me there. And I was fortunate enough, the few times I saw my grandmom before she died, she came visiting. She came to Port Harcourt, and I flew to Port Harcourt, so I saw her. I didn't have any cause to go to the village. And since my parents were not in the habit of going, so it made me, I'm not tilted to, okay, who am I going to look for? So most of those things, I can't give an explanation. I don't have the experience.
This cannot come from an Uguta person. Not possible.
No.
Even when their mom is from Uguta and their father is from Anambra, you think those kids are from Uguta because they always know Uguta. We have Ogene, which is the New Yam Festival. It's like Halloween. Everybody comes back. We have Easter. No. Uguta, we love Uguta so much.
It's it's funny. And given that you grew up in Aba, because people in Aba had that thing as if it's second nature to travel.
Yes.
Everybody will travel until they now realize that Alawotu. You can do Christmas. When you cannot travel, you tell your neighbor, are you still in the city? You didn't travel. Alawotu, meaning the
in Adibeli's mouth, there's no house in the village. It's Adibeli. Oh my God.
Anyway,
so like Ataibo said, time with my outlaws was fun.
Opposite of in-laws.
Opposite of in-laws. Okay, yeah, they are your outlaws now. Okay, I do not do anything communal because I eat before I leave my home. I don't want to impress, so they enjoy my fantastic company.
That's beautiful.
Nice. And then Doreen says, time with my in-laws is something I always look forward to. Wow. It's awesome. Apparently your in-laws are angels. Anyway.
Like I tell my husband, they're big here. They should be doing reunions. I love when families plan reunions and everything, you know, like, yeah.
I love reunions.
Yeah, but I mean,
I love it.
No, you know, such things now is just like what we had in Dubai. If it is a few days, I'm sure it will be fun.
Yeah.
When it starts getting surprised, when you're in each other's face for more than a week.
No, normally it's like Friday to Sunday. Everybody work. Just for the weekend. Reunions are nice, yeah.
We had a reunion in the Mama's family. That's
beautiful.
Parents' side. We had a reunion, I think, about 5 years ago. Or was it? No, it's more than 5 years before. It was more than 5. I wasn't married, sorry. Way back. I'm married for 18, 17, 18
That's
years.
a long time.
A long time. They're planning one for next year, 2021.
That's beautiful.
This 2021, the number of plans people have,
Of course, COVID.
Just like they loaded 2020 and 2020 came with COVID-19.
Anyway. Exactly. A lot of things were meant to happen in 2020.
It was too loaded, so it came with virus. That's why we're deleting it and reloading.
All righty.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So we come to the end of the show, Mama.
So, Mama, what do you have for us next week?
Yep. We've got okay, before I tell you what we've got next week, I want to say thank you everyone for being a part of today's show. It's been interesting. And maybe my next one I'll come from Uguta.
Yes, so you have fun. Trust me.
We're enjoying ourselves.
Trust me.
We'll be investigating.
You will want to follow me to Uguta every year. You buy tickets for myself to take you to Uguta every year.
My only visit to Uguta, I enjoyed it for your brother's wedding, and it was exciting.
But that was a day trip. I mean, spending a night, 2 nights in Uguta, you'll be like, wow.
And find a husband again.
Oh, you will. Anyway. You will. And Uguta men, they love to flirt. They don't even care whether you're married or not. They'll flirt with you.
Oh, so Uguta men, they like third hand like Ifoma.
Yes, that's why it's difficult for us to marry outside Uguta, because we are so free and flirty naturally that most people from outside Uguta, they don't understand our body language. So that's why it's better for us to marry. It's like Unkwere people. Yeah. Unkwere people, it's good for them to marry each other too, because they are like Uguta people and Owerri people, like, you know. So
and those ones are very vulgar.
Ijoma, what do you think is the reason, or what have you been told is the reason why Uguta would love to marry Uguta?
Because of our behavior. We're very, if you go to an age grade something, if me and my age grade, we're playing like, you know, we're playing. We don't even know, we don't even care if this is your wife or this is your, we're all playing and we're all flirting with each other, and it's okay. Like, we don't look at it sideways. Meanwhile, if you get somebody from, if it's somebody from your village, see us, they'll be like, wow, this kind of people, you know what I mean? They don't we are like, let me say, we are like the Americans. You know how Africans look at Americans, that they're too out there. That's how other villages look at us, that we're too out there. Because remember, Uguta used to have a seaport, and the white people were there. So we saw things, and we had street lights, telephone, everything was there in Uguta from before I was born. So Uguta
stop. What are you trying to tell us, that we are bush? Uguta
yes, 100%. You guys are bush, so that's how it is.
Start World War III, I beg you.
No, we saw the lights before every other place, so it's like that.
Yeah. All right, then I'll tell you that my daughter will be marrying from Uguta, and then we'll start moving to this side.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, next week, December 19th, please join us for another interesting show, which I know everybody will want to take part in, and it's all about this.
Please join Oche Kitchen discussion on Saturday, 19th of December 2020, as we discuss a very important topic: cyberbullying. It's an ugly heart that plants evil, and not all abuses shows physical growth. Please be a part of this discussion from 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. East Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Join us live on Facebook at Oche Kitchen Discussions, live on Facebook via Zoom. Remember, there's plenty of room on Zoom for all of us. Be a part of this interesting talk. See you there.
So stay back. We're having the after show. We'll be going off Facebook now. We'll be off live Facebook. Too much English this December period. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Anyway,